Hi everyone, this is my Aurelium Magical Readathon Autumn Equinox TBR. So let's get into the books. If you're not aware, the Aurelium Magical Readathon is originally created by the amazing G from the book Roast, who every version of this readathon gets more in depth, more in detail, and it's a world of its own. So let's get into the books and the career that I'm going for the autumn equinox. So I'm going for the Illusionist Rogue. Hopefully I put it up here, but probably not. There is 3 classes that I have to complete, but there are 5 books that I have to read. So the way the book sort of magical readathon is, you have O classes, you have D classes, and you have Q classes. So O is 1 book, I think Q is 2 books, and I think D is 3 books. Usually, so you need to complete that class. If you got a D for that class, you've got to read all 3 prompts. Hopefully that makes sense. So the first class that I have to complete for the illusionist career is Shapeshifter, and it's an O class, so I only have to read 1 book for Shapeshifter, and it's Formation Fangs. Read a book with vampires. So I'm going to go with continuing on with my reread of the Vampire Academy. I'm going to be reading book 5 of the Vampire Academy, which I have not read before. I think I stopped after book 4 or book 3. So this is Spirit Bound. It is about Rose, I think it's Rose and Lisa and other people. Lots of vampires, lots of political unrest, and I really enjoyed rereading this series. So I'm looking forward to getting 1 more book closer to finishing this book. So class number 2 I have to take is Art of Illusion, and it's a D, so I have to read all 3 prompts to complete this class, but I don't have to read them in order as long as I read all 3 books. So the first book that I need to read is read a book with deviation spells. So it's read a book without touching the floor or ground. So I'm going to go with Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert, which is book 2 in this series. I really enjoyed it, and it's only like 400 books, and I reckon I'll be reading this on the couch and not touching the ground while I read it, so that's fine. Book number 2 for the Art of Illusion subject I need to read is a voice altering spell, and so that is read an audio book. So if you've seen my TARDIS TBR, or this TARDIS TBR book video is coming out after this one, I kind of went to look for one of those books that I had to read to see which one had an audio book, and this one had an audio book on script, which was William Golding's Close Quarters, and this is when won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1987. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to read it in audiobook form and physically at the same time. And the last book for the Art of Illusion is Disguise Skills for Emergencies, which is a book with no magic. And being a fantasy reader, most books have magic in them, but I have this historical fiction book, which is The Hidden by Mary Chamberlain, set in World War II on the island of Jersey, and it definitely does not have any magic, so it will fit this prompt. And the last class that I'm going to do for this illusionist career is Psychonics and Deviation, and it is a O in this class, and so it's only 1 book, and it is Introduction to Tarot, and so you have to use a random tarot card generator. And so let's see what the random card generator picks and what book I shall be reading. Right, so here's the random card generator. So let's see what card we get and what images we will get in this. So let's see what we get. Alright, so on this one we've got the Strength card, and you can see a lion. That looks like an infinity symbol, some flowers, and that looks like a mountain and some greenery in the background. So we should be able to do something with one of these books. Yeah, so let's see. So hopefully the screen recording of the random tarot card generator worked. And we got the card Strength, and in that card there was a lion, sort of infinity sign up the top, flowers and a mountain in the background and greenery. So I'm stretching it a bit and going with this book. I'm going to go with The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco, because the lady is sitting on a mountain up there, sitting on some rocks. So I'm taking that as the top of a mountain. So that's going to match the Strength card because there was a mountain in it. So this is my TBR. Actually, it's not a bad TBR actually. There is 2 fantasy books, historical fiction, romance, and I don't know what that one is, but it's doable. It's not ridiculously chunky. I have the whole month to read it, and yes, so if you've got this far in this video, awesome. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for more random bookish content, and I'll see you all later.